Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Hope you all, those who are celebrating Pride this June. Happy Pride, everyone. And I'm Zen for those who may be new. Um, I'm me. I don't feel like doing a whole introduction right now. And I've been in a much better mood lately. I've been in a much better mood lately. Um, we're gonna do cards today again. But one thing, a few things that I've been experiencing the last couple of days is I keep making my nails. That looks good. I keep seeing one thing I kept seeing over the last couple of days, including one or two. I think both of the last two times I came outside to film. I kept running into, although it's not unusual for people to be wearing all black. I mean, it is summertime, and I'm not sure why anybody would be wearing all black in the summertime. But it just happened to be kind of like back to back, and it happened on the days that I came outside specifically to film. And what was interesting is that they was dressed in all black, and you know how you start walking in one direction, and then maybe the first guy he was exercising, and so he ran uphill and then started running backwards back down the hill, and then he did one of these, checking his watch, and then the last post I actually filmed that in a different park. And I was walking through the path, and someone kind of did the same thing. It's like it looked like they were walking in, then it looked like they kind of changed their mind or something, and then he like stopped and kind of took a few steps back and did one of these, right? And so life, right? And so I'm like, okay, so I randomly decided to look up spiritual meanings. I Googled stuff like spiritual meanings. Okay, here's one of my life hacks for those that actually catch this one. Life is but a waking dream. And so when I have these types of experiences, I look them up in the dream dictionary. So I'll write in Google, sometimes I'll just look at spiritual meaning all black. Sometimes I'll also put dreamed of seeing people wearing all black, dream of wearing all black. It's more or less the same. You get the same symbology and all that, right? Life is a waking dream, isn't it? And so some of the words that came up, words and terms and came up was austerity, sternness, simplicity, virtue, wealth, sophistication, eroticism, and mourning. It's interesting how like eroticism and mourning went back to back. Then goes to plane again. I was out here setting up for like 30 minutes before I started, and there was not one plane. Okay, eroticism, mourning, evil, darkness, absence of light and color, mystery, emotional darkness, diving into the subconscious. And someone threw in a Bible meaning as in the presence and secret place of the Father, secret place of God. I think that's really like the subconscious, right? And mourning, it's interesting how you have eroticism, mourning, evil. I have mixed feelings about the term dark always being associated with evil, considering like I'm a black person, and we always know like there's always this like undertone of like black is evil because black people are the devil and stuff like that, or, blah blah blah. And it's my personal belief that there's plenty of evil in the light and there's plenty of good in the dark. Hence doing shadow work. When we're doing shadow work really is about bringing into the light what you've suppressed. And so we tend to hide the things that we're ashamed of, but we also might suppress gifts and talents and things. For example, I went to school to be a writer. I'm a creative writing major. I didn't. I haven't written a book or anything like that, and so it's like not practicing even talents and gifts that ends up being in the shadow. Kind of like the way you might have, a junk drawer. Put something in a junk drawer and forget about it, even though it's something you actually really wanted and really loved, and you swore you was gonna use it, and you just kind of let it collect dust. And so, Spirit's been talking to me a lot about allowing certain talents and skill sets that I have to collect dust. And again, I started off talking about my bad habit of like being a perfectionist, sometimes wanting the circumstance to be right, wanting the setting to be right, wanting everything to be right before I do something, and it ultimately just resulted in me not getting a lot done. While it's interesting, I do a lot. It's like people see me doing a lot because I'm into so many things. I'm here and I'm there, but I'm still not actually doing what I really, really want to do, or just like, I get these visions and these ideas I feel like come from Spirit. And so now the Spirit guys are now starting to get a little frustrated with me, because it's like, we gave you these visions, we gave you these ideas. These are really, why would we give you an idea we didn't plan for it to work for you, right? So there's that. And then morning, right, as in the folks looking at their watch and walking backwards, I've been feeling like and maybe a lot of us are feeling like we're mourning who we used to be. You don't have to be a trans person to relate to just knowing that you're not who you was 5 years ago. You're not who you was a year ago. You're not who you was 10 years ago. Definitely not who I was 4 or 5 years ago. I'm barely who I was a year ago. I hardly remember. I actually kind of appreciate that my memories of like 10 years or more it's like there's certain particular events that I remember like it was yesterday, but there's a lot in like overarchingly it's kind of a blur, which I appreciate. It allows me to be more present, to be honest. I'm someone that used to have a really bad shoulda, coulda, woulda habit. Don't mind me. If I'm doing this and stuff, it's because I'm outside and I be forgetting about the bugs until I actually get out here. I'm hoping it's not airplane rush hour and that these things aren't coming 5 minutes apart. That would suck. And so, I don't know. We'll see. It's been 7 minutes already. I don't want to spend all day on this. I just, want to keep what's the word? I want to stay on top of things and actually commit to doing something regularly and sticking to it. And so I guess that's where this tarot cards come in handy. I think I mentioned before, like, that tarot cards wasn't necessarily my favorite, but what I do appreciate about the tarot cards, I am able to receive messages from Spirit, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to come out super understandable and organized. I feel like the cards allow me to organize my thought, and also once you put the card down, it reminds you of what you said. Because I could be talking for a half hour, an hour long, and because the cards are still on the table, I can go back to something I said an hour ago much easier than if I'm just talking. Although, sometimes it's cool to just let it flow. Sometimes I'm just living life and I'll find myself encountering someone and Spirit just wants me to just blurt stuff out, and I just do that. What else did I wrote stuff down, don't mind me. Oh, the other thing that's been happening is I'm pretty sure like the last 3 times, and granted, yes, these birds are around, but it just kept happening where as soon as I sat down, there's these red-winged blackbirds that have been hanging out in these parks, I'm saying my parks, but our parks. See, there goes another plane. I guess this is every 5 minutes. I guess I sat down just in time for a plane rush hour. And they're directly over me too. I don't know. I don't know. I might post it anyway just because I said I'm trying to stay on point. trying to be, I don't know, I gotta figure out a better spot. Like, it's nice and private, but then I keep forgetting about the damn airplanes. What time is it? Yeah, I guess it is about rush hour. It's after 5 o'clock, right? All right, so yeah, red-winged blackbirds. I looked up there if they had a spiritual meaning, and what I have here is protection, good luck, prosperity, change, inner guidance. It encourages me to use my power to its fullest potential. Balancing the seen with the unseen forces. Basically what I just said about using the cards, it allows me to ground the messages. It allows me to be more grounded in my delivery of the messages. And one thing I noticed when I was watching the video, my last video, is that I moved the cards really fast like this. I gotta stop doing that. This is good. This is good. We're growing. We're getting the hang of things. Oh, have I become too territorial and I'm not letting people in? Yes. Yeah. Say yes. The other part too. Spirit, encouraging me to get out more and mix and mingle. I've been staying to myself a lot. Definitely starting to get tired of my own company. Finally, it's took a long time. I enjoy my own company, which it takes a really. I mean, it's not that I'm getting tired of my own company. I'm talking crap. It just can't have a life if you don't actually mingle a little bit, right? Sometimes I guess a part of me just be wanting life to come to me. It's like you get spoiled when you know you're a strong manifester. You can sometimes get a little spoiled and maybe even take some chances to see what you can make come to you. So that was fun. That was a fun time. But you gotta meet the things halfway as well. That's good. Yeah, there goes another plane. I guess we're gonna do this every 5 minutes. Hasn't even been over 5 minutes. I don't even know. Let's see. Okay. There goes the tower card sticking out. Can't win for losing, man. Can't win for losing this week. This last 2 weeks, I don't know. I guess, it's anytime I know I'm at the beginning of a new chapter, I view it as, remember the movie with Tom Hanks, Castaway, I think it was called. It was a movie with Tom Hanks, and his plane crashes, and he ends up on this island by himself, and he had to make several attempts to, he built himself a little raft, and getting out into the ocean is a very difficult process because the waves will come and knock you back towards shore. So in order to get out into the ocean from the beach, you gotta really push yourself over those waves. So anytime I know I'm at the beginning of a new chapter, I can pretty much anticipate that there's waves gonna be trying to push me back to shore. And so I just see these little mishaps as those waves, and once I get over those waves and into the open ocean, things will smooth out. It's interesting. There was I've been dreaming again. Lately. I mean, more often lately, because there was this long period of time where most of my life, honestly, I dreamed almost every day. And I would say over the last couple of years, that's not been the case. Which is fine. I think when my body is sleeping, my spirit is doing stuff. We're preparing for this next chapter. So that's fine. And but every now and again, I feel like when spirit has something really important to say, I'll have a very vivid dream, however brief, but very vivid. And one thing I'm noticing in a lot of the dreams, I'm actually just doing regular stuff, which is also why I'm like, Spirit really just wants me to get outside. So like I was going out to eat, and one dream I think I was going out to eat. I think did I say? I think I got a gig in another dream. It was a regular gig, and it was really nice outside. I remember that. So I don't know if that's something that's gonna actually happen this year, since the weather was really nice and it's summertime now. But yeah, I'm like, I guess, basically it's time for me to like, get back to doing what I know how to do. This long period of kind of somewhat laziness, I realized people who just met me, they think that this is just how I am. It's like, no, this is how I've been being for 2-3 years. It's not how I've been. It's not how I am in life in general. It's like, when I first started DJing, I guess you have a different kind of energy when you're first starting to put yourself out there, and getting the songs together and buying the equipment and putting my little flyers together. It was cute. It was fun. It actually worked out better than I thought it could. Oh yeah, I transitioned. See, I'd be forgetting. Started transitioning, and I think that just made me a little subconscious, and I had some really interesting encounters that I feel like that's just like tricks of the Matrix wanting me to be discouraged. But I'm never completely discouraged. I'll get tired. I'll see. Look at that 4 cups. That sitting in contemplation. You're like, I got these 3 cups. Yeah, it's like that's kind of where I'm at. It's like I'm doing stuff. I got this going. Like I started making stuff again, and I'm starting to work out again. But I just keep feeling like there's something almost. I feel like there's something, an idea that I'm waiting for, or it's a cup, so maybe like a partner. I'm open to having like a business partner or even like a partner, but I've definitely been single lately. But when I see this hand in the cloud, it's like there's a cup in the clouds. Like clouds to me just represents like I'm imagining, I'm wishing, or he's looking at this. See this, his character's looking at this cups. He's looking at this cup, but he's not looking at this cup. So like maybe there's an idea I haven't had yet. Maybe there's an idea I have had and I'm not paying it enough attention. So yeah, I've been taking an inventory lately, just cleaning out my closet, throwing some stuff away. See, of course I dropped the whole deck. That might be me needing to calm down a bit. Give me a sec. I'm sorry, y'all. That bike just rode by. It might have been some hater energy. It's interesting. I hope Spirit's not telling me to drop the cards after they telling me to start using the cards. I'm seeing this, some of the pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I've been making stuff again. Crafting. I'll show you at some point because I'm going to definitely be trying to sell some stuff. Not trying. I'm definitely going to be making and selling some stuff this year. Let me sit like this. Okay. Oh, see, there goes this 2 of cups. I'm not gonna lie. I'll confess something. I've been feeling the feeling like someone or someones are having crushes on me. Right? That's the other part of like the fact that I haven't been out mingling in a while. So they might be some people that I haven't met, who's like been watching me online and like saying like, oh, they're cute, that's cool. I might hit them with a DM. When I see this lion at the top, I feel like it's like, I'm thinking about buying this person a drink. I don't know. I'm in my King of Swords energy, right? So maybe that's what it is. There's some people seeing me in this King of Swords energy, and feeling a lot more confident and cutting out the suckers, cutting out the suckers, being sharp with my sword, being precise with my words, saying what I mean and mean what I say, or not saying anything at all. Right? Wow. There's this. I guess perhaps I'm still healing from some heartache. Or some backstabbing, not heartache. See, that's the thing. People be thinking they really hurt your feelings, when it's like, no, you might have upset me a bit, but my feelings wasn't hurt. Being stabbed in the back quite a bit, being left out. Yeah, I've been through that. We've all been through this. It's okay, when I'm going through things like this, I guess I'll utilize my imagination in that. I'll use my imagination in that. I'm just like, okay, this is the part of the movie that's getting suspenseful, right? Like the hero, the main character is always that one person you thought was on his side, and it turns out they're not, and it's like there's a twist before the end of the movie. Like, what? Not you too. I'm gonna show you one more time. But although this is a traditional writer white deck, so if you are our tarot folks, you know what these cards look like. Definitely want to get some new cards. Definitely need to get some new cards. Need to get a lot of things. Yeah. I don't know why I felt like taking out 3 just now. I didn't need to do that. See, there goes this thing. See, I've had enough of that. Okay, maybe my feelings was hurt just a little bit. It don't really be my feelings that's hurt. It's just sometimes it's just like, I guess what it is, it was like, wow, it's like, have a moment of like, wow, a lot more people is like this than I thought. It's like, I knew there were like, backstabbers, but it's a little, it's a little disappointing how many of those people want to call themselves a healer. But I'm like, okay, all right, go for it. Whatever floats your boat. Let's see how that goes. I think one thing people should know out there in the world, that if, you're getting tarot readings from people and you feel like they're taking your money and telling you what you want to hear, you can sue them. Just a reminder. You can sue them. This is, you can take some legal action. Although, judge may or may not. Judge might say, hey, that's your bad for trusting somebody you shouldn't have. But you never know. I'm just saying. I think sometimes we need that reminder when we're out here, folks that are out here telling people what they want to hear. And then, there's such thing as revenge, there's such thing as karma. See, there goes this card again. I don't know. I'm not seeing anyone. So, I don't know what relationship or partnership spirit keeps trying to tell me about. They're probably not even seeing this right now. Whoever you are, I guess it's okay to DM me if you happen to see this and you're like, hey, I'm the one. If you're feeling pretty confident that I'm talking about you, by all means. Worst that can happen is we'll just be friends. I'm actually a pretty cool person. I'm not an all or nothing kind of person. Yeah, that was part of the awkwardness, some of the interactions I had, and realizing how many people are very all or nothing. Is like, if I like you, I like you. We're cool. Like, maybe we don't work in a relationship. Maybe we need to just, I don't know. I guess I've shifted into being very business first because of that. Like, business first. And it's like, I guess I don't have to be like that all the time. Maybe I'll do some speed dating just because or something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, the planes wasn't 5 minutes back to back to back. Thank God, it was just 3. Oi. Oh, I've been watching X-Files again lately. Blah, blah, blah. The world is your oyster. I feel like this card came out yesterday. No, something like this came out yesterday. Yeah, I think this card came out yesterday. I mean, not yesterday. And the last time I did this, Let me see, we're at 24 minutes. Thank you for those who see, this is this cardigan. Thank you for those who are sticking it out with me. Like, it's hot, but I'm okay with in the shade. There's a nice little breeze. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pass out or anything. Definitely trying to hit up the beach this week. At least once. So I can go to the beach at least once. Check the weather. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so I haven't been to the beach once yet this Pride Month. So you got this Five of Pentacles. This Five of Pentacles is actually the same thing as this. Like both. This one's so yeah, it's the same thing. This is the Five of Pentacles. This is another Five of Pentacles. It's the left out in the dark. The left out. There was a situation where Pentacles is also like resources, and so people withholding resources, you're left out of some resources. People withholding money. I don't know. I mean, I know it's like a lot of people that I've encountered or come across. A lot of them didn't know this about me, that I can read energy, I can read cards, that I'm actually a psychic medium, and so my feeling was a little hurt, but I'm also just, that's part of what my that was part of what the holdup was. You know, it's really intense information, and I was tapping into some really interesting information, and I wasn't sure what to do about it, and I was starting to feel kind of panicky even. But what I appreciate about this, it's like it's the left out card, but it's also the number 5, right? Sometimes the best thing that can happen to you is being left out. Sometimes the best thing that can happen to you was that one time somebody stabbed you in the back. I feel like these experiences, I feel like I've always been, for the most part, book smart. And I feel like these experiences helped me to be a lot more street smart, although, you know, I was never completely not street smart. But I feel like it helped to make it real, right? And for anyone out here who have been going through, who is recovering from loss, recovering from being left out, or recovering from rejection, recovering from being hurt or let down in any way, that's also the moment you say, I learned. This is how I might need to change my approach. That's what I'm getting at. Number 5 is the number of pivoting and change. And so I am grateful for those experiences, to be honest with you. It taught me a lot of what I'm made of, right? Being able to handle the situations with grace, not acting out in revenge. I was actually having a conversation with my sister the other day. And that's where we were talking about is how important it is not to let these situations change you for the worse. And you can utilize these situations to change you for the better. I have a thicker skin now, and if anything, I believe more in my intuition now, right? So it's like everyone just kind of proves my intuition right, and I kind of utilize those moments as like training. It's like, okay, I know this person is lying to me. Like, let me see what would happen if I did this instead of this. What would happen if I do that instead of that? Let me not lash out, but I'm gonna keep being nice and see if they keep lying, right? It's people are fascinating. One thing I'm learning about like narcissists is they don't have control. They don't actually have control of themselves. If you really like take the time and like watch a narcissist work, it's like they have a template. They have a program that they work on everybody, and when you don't give them the reaction that they're looking for, they actually take pause for a sec, and it's almost like they try to find another angle. They'll try to find another angle, but still try to work the same program. It's like, maybe I can work the program this way. Maybe I can enter the program this way. And it's like, they can't let go of that program, and it's actually kind of hilarious to watch. To be honest with you, it's unfortunate because I want the best for people, but apparently I'm not the one to give it to you. And then I feel like part of the blessing in it being me, part of their blessing in it being me is that I am not the vengeful type. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you handling things with grace shows them that there is such thing. I feel like some people have actually become so jaded in life, dealing with a lot of fake people and liars, and I feel like some people have adopted the philosophy that everyone's fake. They don't think anybody's real. They think they're all faking it until they make it, and it's like it's not true for everyone. And maybe it gives them some, cause for reflection, right? Like something to think about. Like, maybe I don't have to be this fake person all the time. Maybe, and then I know they get embarrassed. I know. For me, there's no such thing as embarrassment. You're only as embarrassed as much as you care what people think, if you ask me. And so, like, that's the other funny thing about narcissists is that they absolutely care what people think. And like, that's the funniest part to me. But it's like, okay, it's cool, but in other words, that training helped to teach me how to recognize it fast, and now I know what to do about it fast. And now I know that whatever I'm going to do, I need to do it fast, right? If you're going to cut them off fast. Don't over-explain yourself, blah, 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 See, this world card is coming up again. It's twice I've seen the world card, and it's the 4 of Cups. See, like, I just literally picked up 2 decks. I literally picked cards randomly out of 2 decks, and I picked up at least 3 cards that were exactly the same. So I didn't mention this. You have this Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords and the King of Swords came out because I guess I'm sort of knighting, and I'm King of Swords in that I've matured. Knight of Swords in actually what I'm doing right now on this. I'm knighting right now. I am going for it, using my words. Using my knife, feeling confident, feeling clearer in my mind. When you're feeling clear, you're able to be focused, right? You don't gallop towards something you're uncertain about. Like you run towards things when you feel certain. So I've been a lot more in a running towards it kind of energy because I've had more than enough time. I'm procrastinating to be more than sure, right? So it ain't nothing else to do but move forward. Okay, we're doing all right. I don't know. I'm in a good mood, but I feel like this reading came out kind of boring, but I'm gonna post it anyway. I'm gonna post it anyway. I don't, gotta keep it up. I forgot the term. Stay on the up and up. Staying on the up and up. I think that's the term, up and up. It's something this guy used to say at a job that I had back in the day. Earth Dragon clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded. Be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life, right? So that literally goes along with this Knight of Swords energy. It goes right along with this. Come on, I'm just gonna sit like this because I don't know. I'm feeling fidgety. It's this Knight of Swords. It goes along with this Knight of Swords. You have this blue clarity. It's like Spirit clears the path, right? Spirit says, "I'm gonna clear this path," and trust me, it's kind of like I feel like sometimes talking to spirit guides is a lot like these movies, right? You have these like CIA operatives, and I was watching like Fast and the Furious and stuff, right? There's always these little head pieces, and they're talking to someone who's behind a computer, and that person has a more bird's eye view of what's going on, and they're telling, like, take this left, take this right. He trusts the voice. He trusts that voice. The guy behind the computer, and say he can he can hack all these surveillance cameras, right? So he can see what's ahead. And the person with the earpiece is truly trusting this voice. Hey, stay right there. Wait about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. There's a guy on your left. He has a gun. There's 2 guys behind you. One is carrying a gun, one's carrying a knife, right? So the more you're in tune with your spirit guides, the more, yeah, y'all can literally just be like boom, 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 right? You know what I'm saying? What's so funny is like when I'm in the house chilling, I just have so much to talk about. I can literally sit and talk to myself all day. As soon as I get out here and I turn on this camera, I don't know what to say. That's also why I write things down, because it's like I draw this blank. I mean, my mind is clear because I'm outside. I'm outside. I love that. Like, nature is like my home away from home. If I could literally just sleep in a park and not be afraid about it, I totally would do it. See, pure white dragon from Orion. Transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. So yeah, see, everything is just everything is kind of sticking with the same theme of like, you lived, you learned. Take the time, process what you know. One thing I used to say when I was tutoring, when I was, a tutor, I would say to children, okay, we're almost done. Don't mess me up yet. Oh goodness. What I would say to the kids is be confident in what you know, right? And so say we're doing mathematics and I don't know, we're doing algebra and trig and something else. And it's like, okay, the trig is really hard, but I noticed that you're actually really good with the algebra, right? And so realistically, the whole test is not going to be trig. So like, be confident in what you know that you know. And then like, now let's work on this other stuff, but don't get the easy questions wrong. That's one thing my math teacher used to say too. Like, don't get the easy questions wrong. You know that you know this. Sticking, like, maybe you won't get an A, but you typically don't fail. I'm a confident test taker, which might also be rare. I realize. Yeah, act with truth, honesty, let your wings of light grow and expand. So yeah, basically keep being real. Keep being real like you've been being. Keeping it real. Silver lunar dragon. It's gonna be the last one. Bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. Your causal chakra. I think they mean sacral, although it says causal. I think is that a reference to sacral chakra? Uh-oh, I don't think I know. Causal? What do you mean by causal? It literally says C-A-U-S-A-L. Would I be assuming wrong if I assumed sacral by causal? Maybe they meant sacral and they spelt it wrong. Because I actually have been thinking about sacral chakra earlier. I've been, actually I started beading bracelets and stuff like that. And I've been, I don't know, something about the orange was really speaking to me lately. And the fact that I'm creating again at all, right? That's what your sacral chakra is self-expression creatively, self-expression sexually, right? Like sensually, doesn't necessarily have to be literal sex, but like, twerking at a party, something like that. Like I haven't been out in a while. That's self-expression, sensual self-expression. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other stuff, but that was the main theme for me because I have not been creating. So I've had this blocked sacral chakra. Which was also probably blocking some feminine energy, maybe being too much in my masculine energy, like coming into this transness and realizing, honestly, this beard is growing really fast. It took like 3 years to start growing at all, and then it just did whatever it wants to do. All right, this will be the last one. See, orange dragon. I would say I should talk about orange, and that's the last. There's one more plane. I'm gonna take that as a sign. Bring soul families and communities together. Bring soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together, right? So that's part of the reason why, large reason why I'm here is, I want to, they say when you can't, if you feel like you're having a hard time finding a certain community, then maybe it's time to attract it. And so I've been inspired watching some of these other tarot channels and the way they really create this family. I guess a part of me, maybe I'm a little old, I'm not that old, I'm a little old school, and I'm just like, I guess a little skeptical about being able to form a connection with people over the internet. And then I've had a few other experiences that showed me that, okay, it's not so bad, like you can do this. And so that, honestly, that wasn't even that long ago that I had that other experience. I did like an online workshop with some other folks, and that felt pretty good. And it just showed me that I can do this. I'm doing it. Yep. I'm gonna take that as a sign that I can slow down now. All right, let's see. We have 41 minutes. Stay up, yo. I suppose if folks have any comments or questions, I'm open to it. Obviously, if you're here to troll, I'm gonna just delete you. I don't waste my time. My energy's too good to be exchanging it with anybody. And like if you know, and then if you know, I want to say congratulations. If anybody is resonating with coming out of a funk, if no one's told you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You made it. You faced the fears. You faced opposition. You fell. You got back up again, and then you fell, and then you got back up again, and then you fell, and then you got back up again. There were a couple times where I've fallen and I stayed there for a while. I started riding my skateboard again. I forgot to mention that I'm actually using the skateboard to anchor this umbrella. So I can't show it to you right now. And the skateboard has a lot of orange on it. That's also why I was thinking about the color orange. And let me see. Yeah, my skateboard, it literally reads, "Enjoy making love." So yeah, we're doing it, y'all. We're doing it. We're here. This new chapter is here. And it's okay to dream again. I say, like, pull out the list of things you said you was going to do last year and the year before that, and like take an inventory. How many of those things can you still do? I actually said to a friend the other day, I'm like, when we're 20, right? When we're like 20, 18, 19, we imagine that being in our 40s would be so old, right? Like, you kind of imagine you'd be so old. But then when you actually get to it, and you look in the mirror and it's like nobody thinks I'm over 35, right? And so, and I can still run, I can still jump. Like, I'm not old at all. And so it just really encouraged me to just kind of like think, like, okay, what are a lot of the things that I said I was going to do but I didn't do, and I procrastinated or kind of started and finished, take an inventory of some of those things. How many of those things can you still do? How many of those things can you revise, right? Maybe you can do a newer version of that. How many of those things is kind of like over? Like, it's okay to cross some of those things off the list. Like, forget about that now, It's okay. It's time for us to live again. It's time for us to live again. So let's do that, y'all. All right. Peace.